What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Roxette, and we're returning for the penultimate tune on Room Service 2001, and It Takes You No Time to Get Here. So it's an interesting phrase. It suggests traveling or spanning some distance, and while that might not be geographical in a literal sense, we do wonder what could be instantaneous in terms of getting somewhere. And even if that's emotional, it would still suggest something that was very sudden and abrupt rather than being a journey with, transitional phases. So, like, even figuratively, I'm curious about the title. Let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Roxette. The tune is It Takes You No Time to Get Here, and it's from their 2001 album, Room Service.
Don't you take the rest of the day off? You do deserve a break. Follow that road, it ain't long. Just cross that silver lake. You pass the pond, the off-white fence. When you see the mailbox to the left, you made it alright, no way to go wrong. All you do is blow that horn. It takes you no time to get here. Just drive out of town today. It takes you no time to get here. And when you arrive, you might as well stay. You might as well stay. Why don't you leave your desk for a short while? You do deserve some time enjoying the other side of life. You forgot to memorize. Stay in the sun, reach for the moon. Make a little love in the afternoon. You're doing alright, no way you go wrong. This is the place where you belong. It takes you no time to get here. Just drive out of town today. It takes you no time to get here. And when you arrive, you might as well stay. You might as well stay. It takes you no time to get here. It takes you no time to get
I like that moment where Pear went high with his vocals. It was like Pear doing his Tom Chaplin from Keen impression. So yeah, like, lyrically I'm intrigued by this one. It sounds, and I wasn't thinking in advance about the phrase like, oh, it takes you no time to get here. It, like, in a colloquial sense, meaning it's not instantaneous, but before you know it, you'll already be here. It's not this long, grueling, arduous journey that will take you a great deal of time. So it's sort of speaking not in a literal manner, but in a everyday speech type of manner. So in that regard, it sounds like he's saying, hey, you from the big city, you who are at this, desk job, you who maybe are all wound up in the, the rat race, why don't you get out on the highway, drive out to this more rural place, out to the country, out to a less populated area, and you'll know you're there when you see, what was it, the picket fence or something, and there's a mailbox on your left, and once you're here, why don't you stay for a while? You might enjoy it. You might find this simpler pace and this sort of nostalgic or more kind of old school environment inviting. And who knows, maybe you'll make some love in the afternoon, and there will be personal experiences that you can have here. So it seems to be about more than the location itself, but there does seem to be like a nostalgia, sort of like, this is the way it used to be, or do you remember when, before you moved to the big city, that when it was like this. So yeah, I'm intrigued by the lyrics. Sonically, it's a pair-led tune. I'm like, maybe there was a moment where we heard Marie, but like it certainly was almost entirely pair. And as I said, a lot of the vocals are kind of in the vein that I've come to know from him, but there was a moment there at the end where he really seemed to go to a higher range than I typically think of when I think of pair. So yeah, a cool tune, definitely a sort of a mental reflection, kind of an atmosphere tune where I'm like thinking about the scene that he's painting, both visually and maybe emotionally. So yeah, curious to hear what people have to say. Again, I know that even among rocksters, this album is seen as kind of like they're at the bottom of the well, or the bottom of the barrel. They're kind of like they've hit a roadblock, or they don't quite have the creative, dynamic energy that they had on previous releases. And while I get that, while I respect that, I'm still enjoying the journey through the record, and one more to go before we finish it. So let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.